Mr. Lloyd.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'm confused, and I don't want to be disrespectful. Is English your second language?
No.
No. Okay. You seem to speak Italian. Why is that?
I speak several different languages, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding a word
I
you're saying.
speak several different languages.
You speak several different languages, and so Italian is the dialect you're giving us today?
I don't have a dialect.
Okay. So, I want to take you back. You meet Robert in 1998. When do you marry him?
No. I don't meet Robert in 1998.
You meet him in 1988.
Yes, sir.
And when do you marry him?
I haven't married Robert.
You never married Robert.
No.
When was Cicely born?
Cicely was born in 1993.
1993. And then when did Robert go to jail?
Which time?
The last time.
2000?
2000. And he got out in 2002?
2001?
2001. And isn't it true that Robert actually told you when he was getting out that he wanted you to move someplace that would be away from the people he had been dealing with before?
No.
No. So for some unknown reason, you just then end up in Charlotte?
No, of course not. My family's there. I have like 60 or so family members there. My mother was there. When I moved there, my mother was there. My
So you
mother
have
left there in
I'm sorry, I just asked
February.
a question.
Yeah.
So let me ask another question.
Okay.
So you move here to Charlotte because Robert says pick a place that's away from the people I don't want to be
No,
around.
Robert was in prison.
Robert was in prison, but he was actually released to come here to Charlotte, correct?
Not before I moved here, sir.
You were here before he was released, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he was released to come to you in Charlotte, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the reason that he came here was because he said, I no longer want to be part of the past. I don't want to
No,
be part
sir,
of the
that's not true. No, sir, that's not true.
That's not true. That's the
No.
story you told everybody. He was a bad man, right? He was still a bad man.
I never told anybody Robert was a bad man.
So when Diane, your neighbor, came in the other day and testified and said, Beverly told me not to talk to him. He's a bad man.
She
was
didn't
lying?
say that. She didn't say that, sir.
Yes, she did.
No, you check the record, sir. She didn't say that.
Oh,
She said
okay.
I
So
told her.
you never said
She
that
said
to her.
I
Is
told
that
her he
correct?
was mean. He didn't like Diane, and Diane was a nice person.
Oh, and
And
so
I spoke to Diane, and she came in the house regular,
okay.
freely.
So you never told anyone he was a bad man, correct?
No.
Now, Cicely's testified that you were the matriarch of the family. You were the one in charge.
Most of Cicely's life, I was, yes. Yeah, he wasn't there in the house.
He wasn't there in the house. Well, in reality, Deneen's dad wasn't Roberto, correct?
No,
Neither was Tasha's.
no.
So basically only Cicely.
Only Cicely what?
Only Cicely's father was Robert. He was the only one, correct? So when you talk about that he wasn't around all the time, look at me. You don't need to look
I
at the
need to
judge.
ask the judge something, if I may. I'm confused.
You can't talk to me, but if you need a question restated or you don't understand.
Okay, yes,
talk
I'm
to
confused. I don't understand why you keep saying Robert is the only one for what?
Well, you keep saying that Robert wasn't around most of the time.
No,
So,
I don't
but
keep
was
saying
Robert
that. I
supposed to
don't
be
keep
the
saying Robert was not around. He was in prison.
Right.
That's clear.
So he wasn't the patriarch of the family. It was all you, correct?
Yes,
You were the boss of the family.
I was the parent.
You were the mom.
Yes,
They listened to what you said to
they're
do.
supposed to.
Yes, yes you are.
Yes,
And so that's what they did, isn't that right?
I mean, they're supposed to. Yes, for normal situations, bringing up your child. I know I was taught to respect my mother,
Well, let's
and
put it
whatever
this
she
way,
asked
since
me to
you're
do,
not
I
actually
did.
Your Honor, I'd ask that you inform the witness that she should answer the questions and not just go off on diatribes on her own.
When Mr. Lloyd asks you a question, you have to answer that question. If there's something that needs to be elaborated on, Mr. Havis will get an opportunity to come back. So please just answer the question that Mr. Lloyd asked you, okay?
Okay,
Good.
as long as he, I would
No,
try not to be
no,
confused.
no, Ms. McCallum,
Yes, ma'am.
there's no yabbits. This is cross-examination. When Mr. Lloyd asks you a question,
Okay.
you answer it,
Yes.
period, okay?
Yes.
Very good. Go ahead, Mr. Lloyd.
Thank you, Your Honor. So your daughters were supposed to listen to what you said to do, correct?
In fairness?
I'm sorry, I'm not
In
understanding.
fairness, yes.
Let's go to Deneen. Now, you advised the jury earlier that Robert advised you that Deneen would have to move out because he had just been informed that Deneen was gay.
And that she was gay and that they were also on drugs.
And so at that point, you tell Deneen, oh, he knows. He knows you're gay.
No, I asked her if she wanted.
You asked her. Isn't it true
She
you
said
knew
no.
Deneen was gay?
No.
You knew her partner, Jamie. You knew it before Robert got out of prison. Isn't that true?
No, sir. No.
Everybody in your family knew that Deneen was gay. Isn't that also true?
No, sir. Everybody found out.
How about you
Deneen.
look at me? How about you look at me and answer my questions? That would be what you need to do.
Okay. Do I need to look at me? Sure.
She doesn't technically have to look at you.
Understandable, but I can't understand her if she
Okay. I
doesn't look
prefer
at
not
me.
to look at you. I prefer to look at the people that I need to talk to.
How about this? It's a yes or no question. You knew Deneen was
No.
gay, did you not?
No.
Your own mother knew Deneen was gay, and that's why Deneen had to leave her house, correct?
There was no Deneen in my mother's house. No.
Deneen actually had to come back and live with you because she had been kicked out of her house for being gay, correct?
She was never in my mother's house, sir.
So when Chris testified that that's why Deneen ended back up at your house, that was a lie? Is that what you're saying?
I presume it was.
Now, Cicely testified that when she was growing up and you was the mom, you were in charge. There was no kidding around. Fair to say?
No.
No, that's not fair to say?
No.
So the quietness that you provide today, is that how quiet you speak all the time, or is that for the jury
No,
today?
absolutely not. I do not speak quietly.
But you're doing it today.
I mean, I'm very. I'm trying to speak.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to speak to them the way that I think they need to hear me. I mean, I don't need to scream. I'm trying to be clear.
In reality, isn't it true that you actually knew that Chris was around as a friend and was portraying himself as Deneen's
No.
fake boyfriend as to not upset Robert?
Never. No, never.
And in those couple of months before Robert just all of a sudden came up not there, isn't it also true Robert didn't even sleep in the bed with you?
Wow. That's not true.
So if Cicely were to come in here and say that for the couple of months before her father actually ended up being missing, he no longer stayed in your bedroom
She can never say
because
that.
he didn't want anything to do with you.
No.
Isn't that true?
No.
Isn't it true that the only reason he was there was to actually be there for his child, Cicely?
No.
So if Cicely came in and testified to that, that'd be a lie as well.
Yeah, she would never testify to that.
Oh, she wouldn't.
No.
What if she did?
Bring her.
I'm sorry.
Bring her.
You claimed you worried about your daughter's mental health, but your answer today is, well, bring her.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a mother who actually cares about her daughter's
You are
mental
you are
health,
you,
does it?
you are asking her to lie. That is a lie. That would be a lie.
Well, no, actually, we ask people to actually take the truth tell the truth on
Okay,
the
but
stand.
she wouldn't say that. It would be a lie.
Well, then let's talk about the truth that you've decided to expound today.
Okay.
So your testimony is, and if you'll put that first photo up. Your testimony is that on the day that Robert goes missing, he goes to his basement, which he does all the time, correct?
Yes, sir.
But on that day, you've sent Deneen and Chris down to talk to him because Robert's upset.
I didn't send them down there.
You didn't send him down.
No.
Did you not just say on direct that you said, Deneen, if you want to deal with this, you better deal with it today?
Yeah, she needed to talk to him today.
Talk to him today.
Yeah,
And
she
where
could
was
have.
Robert
She
always
could
at?
have.
He was
She
in the
could
basement,
have.
correct?
She could have talked to him when he entered the house with the children. She could have talked to him when he woke up from bed. She could have talked to him anytime.
But it's just funny enough that he ends up in the basement is where Deneen and Chris decide to talk to him. Is that right?
I suppose.
And you being the matriarch of the family, you being the one that everybody is supposed to listen to, you don't get involved with this conversation. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
absolutely not.
Absolutely not, because now you're nothing. You have no responsibilities. It's all on Robert at this point. Is
I
that
think
correct?
you don't understand foreign men. I think you have a problem with that.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you are.
Now, I don't believe I asked the question. Oh, okay is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
So you have Deneen and Chris go into the basement to talk to
No.
Robert, or they go into the basement and you have no concerns.
Oh,
Robert is a man that you said was very stern. Is that correct?
yes.
Cicely said that he was very stern.
Yes.
But you're comfortable with sending Deneen and Chris
I
into the
didn't
basement.
send them down there.
You know they went down there, correct?
Yeah, they often went down there with him.
Oh, they often went down there with them. Matter of fact, you often went down there as well.
No.
So if I bring in one, well, who were the people that you said went to the basement with Robert?
Armin, Mark, Gina.
Gina.
Yeah.
So if Gina were to testify and say that
Yeah.
you went to the basement as well, is she now a liar?
I don't think she could say that.
What if she did?
Then
Would that
she,
make her a liar?
yes.
No. Okay. So pretty much, if everybody's not willing to follow the words that you've just told the jury today, then they must be liars. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
I think everybody should tell the truth.
So do I.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that truth.
Yes.
So you go down the steps, and you
Yes.
say you only go down 4 steps each time.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yes.
But on the 3rd time, just out of nowhere when you go downstairs, someone grabs your leg.
Yes.
And it's your testimony to the jury that it's a completely open area. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
It is. Oh,
So
it
it
was.
So let's talk about the stairs.
Yes.
Now, Chris said that this area right here, where the paneling was, wasn't there in 2002. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
This white boards that came across, though, Chris said was there in 2002. Do you agree or not agree with that?
No, I don't recall them being there at all.
You don't agree with that at all.
No.
But yet, in 2015, 2016, Michigan State Police Crime Lab comes and does a search of your basement.
Yes.
And on 2016,
It wasn't my basement
they
at that
find
time.
blood on these 2 white boards.
Okay.
DNA consistent You don't know?
No.
So Chris was lying when he said those boards weren't there.
I didn't see those boards there, sir, no.
And so your testimony is that you took something. What was it you took?
It was some kind of a handmade tool, looks like to me.
Would it help to draw it out?
I didn't see it that much, but I suppose I could try.
Well, was it something that was on the basement stairs all the time?
It was on the stairs.
What was it then? If you had seen it before, what was it that we were
Oh,
looking at?
I never eyed this thing before. I don't know what it is.
Well, why don't you explain to the jury, what exactly did it look like?
It looked like it was wood handled, maybe, I don't know, this high. It had white, some kind of a cloth wrapped around something like I don't know, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. Like some kind of a.
Ms. McCallum, you have to speak up. Ms.
It was some.
Mara has to be-
I'm sorry. It was like some kind of a. I don't know if it was a rock or some part of another tool or what it was. It was wrapped in a white cloth. It looked like tied.
So you had never seen this item before, but it just ends up on the stairs.
It was on the stairs. There was many things on the stairs.
And you agree with me that these stairs are rather sharp,
What do you mean sharp? Like deep?
like
Yes.
goes down. So you're saying, and I believe, can you bring that other one back up? So you're saying that you're 4 steps down when somebody decides to grab you.
My foot. Yes. My ankle.
Who grabbed your ankle?
I didn't know at that moment, but
So you have no idea who grabbed your ankle, correct?
no.
Then how do you assume that it must have been Robert?
No, after I was unbalanced and I picked up the tool and went like this, Robert was right there.
Okay, where was Robert standing? How was he facing?
He wasn't facing me. He was here.
I can't see what here is behind you.
He was back here. Back here.
Back where? So back behind you. Where behind you? Facing you? Away from you?
When I looked, he was facing me and his face was bleeding.
So if Robert's facing you and you are down towards the left,
Towards the left.
and then you take your arm backwards, and which side of the face do you hit him on?
This side.
You managed to hit him on the left side of the face.
Yes.
With an action this way.
Yes.
With boards that supposedly weren't there at that time, is that correct?
I mean, listen.
Give me the other picture.
I
so
don't.
that-
I don't know about these boards. I don't know about these boards, and I don't know where these boards are opposed to. If
So where
this,
was
if this
Robert?
brown board, you're saying if this brown board was gone?
Well, you tell me. You
Well,
live
I
there,
don't recall any of those boards there, sir.
so you don't.
I mean,
recall.
they may have been leaning around there. I don't know. They may be somewhere else, but I don't recall anything being there.
You'd agree
when
with
I
me,
lived
those
there.
are the stairs, though, correct?
It appears that way, yes.
And you had to reach down and grab something, and then you threw your arm backwards.
Yes. Yes.
And then you're told by Robert to go back upstairs.
Yes. He yelled at me.
Nothing like, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to, honey.
I asked him, whoa, are you know what's going on? He said, just get. He was, speaking Spanish, and he told me just get my butt up there now.
Third time you come down, you've come down 2 other times,
That was
But the third time you come down, somebody touches you, and your response to somebody touching you is to grab an item and to hit them.
No,
That's what you
I
did,
did
correct?
not grab an item to hit anybody. I did not grab an item to hit anybody.
So Robert sends you upstairs, and your response to that is to just go lay down.
I put the rest of the food in the containers in the refrigerator. I checked on the girls. They were going on the downside, and I went to the bedroom. Yes, sir.
And I'm confused about that because on direct you said that at 6 o'clock was the time you had dinner. Is that right?
No, I never said that.
6 o'clock at night, we'd have dinner, and then the girls would take a bath.
No, I never said that.
You never said that.
No.
And then you said, "Oh, well, no. I mean, 4:30 was the time that we had dinner."
No.
Is that
No,
not the
no,
time you had dinner now
no,
either?
can we back that up to see? I'm sure I didn't say we had dinner at 6 o'clock.
Well, you've just testified. Is that what you said or not?
No, I said we had dinner at around 4:30 every day. Every day. It didn't change.
And your daughters had to get up at 6 a.m. and take a shower, and they had to get up and they had to take a shower again at 6 o'clock at night. Is
Yes,
that right?
yes.
So you go up and just clean up. You're not worried about the fact that you just hit your husband with something?
I was upset, of course. I was hoping that.
And what did you do about it?
What can I do? He told me to take my butt upstairs.
You could have gone back downstairs and checked and said, "Hey, honey, I love you. Just want to check on you."
No, not with Robert. No,
Oh, okay.
no.
But it's still
No.
okay that Deneen and Chris are down there.
They were sitting in the back. When last time I seen them, they were sitting in the back. Just bring that picture up, please, sir.
Well, no, because I'm the one asking the questions.
Okay.
They were still down there, and that was okay, but you couldn't be down there. His wife, you were
He
something
did-
to him, right? I mean, you married, may not have been married, but
No,
were you a couple?
no, I never sat down there with Robert. They sat down there with Robert.
But
I
Robert's
never-
been injured.
Robert was injured, but he wasn't. It wasn't. It was a surface injury. It wasn't. It wasn't a. It wasn't anything that was threatening. It wasn't like that. It was a surface injury, sir.
So in reality, you didn't really strike him then.
No, in reality, I did strike him. Yes.
But it wasn't a strike that actually hurt him.
I mean,
You just said it was a surface injury.
yeah, it was.
So it was a scratch.
I mean, I have had injuries that are not scratches, and they're not detrimental to my health. I mean, or a threat to my health.
So you go upstairs,
Yes, yes, I
you
did.
clean up the kitchen,
Yes,
you go to your room because you're just a quiet person and that's what you've been ordered to do.
no, I would do that every day. It's
Because you're not worried about whatever happened to Robert downstairs,
It
correct?
was not. It was not detrimental. It was a surface thing. It was not something that maybe could be with some alcohol or peroxide, maybe a Band-Aid. It'd be okay.
Ms. McCallum, let me ask you this. You saw the testimony from Dr. Cole, correct?
Yes, I did.
The injuries to Robert were a little more than superficial. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, they were terrible.
They were terrible.
Yes,
He died before he was burned up in Ottawa County.
yes.
Yeah. He died in your basement, correct?
Yes,
You know that, correct?
I know that. Yes,
You know that when? You knew it that day, correct?
I knew that that they had killed Robert that day. Yes,
The day you killed Robert.
Can't hear what you said.
I did not kill Robert.
I believe you just said you killed Robert.
No. Oh. I did not kill Robert. I would never say I killed Robert. I never killed Robert. Never.
Yeah, you can
It's
go.
good now?
Yeah, sure.
This seems like it might be good. We need to take a 20-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember, you still can't talk to each other about the case. You can't do anything on social media, any internet, in any way. The only information you can get is when you're together as a jury. The prosecutor's here, the defendant's here, the defense is here, and I'm here. And we'll be back at about 10 after, okay? Thank you very much.
All rise for the jury.
And watch your step. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Can she be back at 10 after? Oh, I thought you needed 20 minutes. Oh, great. So as soon as she comes back, let us know, please, Deputy, and then we'll start. That would be great. Thank you very much. I'll be back when the defendant is ready.